Good morning, everybody. I am in a super good mood this morning. Not that I'm not always in a good mood, but, and it's for a weird, I was woken up multiple times last night by rain. So, I don't know if you guys can see, the kids were playing outside with their cousin yesterday, and we left all the stuff out here to dry. And I knew there was a chance of rain, but I was like, yeah, there's been a chance of rain a lot, and we haven't gotten any. So I just left it out. It's all good, nothing here that's going to be hurt by a little bit of rain. We'll hang it out, it'll dry. But look in that bucket. I bet you there's 2 inches of rain in that bucket. Now, the top is bigger than the bottom, so we probably didn't get too, well, I don't know, I'm starting to look around. We may have gotten 2 inches of rain. We got pounded by rain last night. You can see those dog bowls were empty. That sled was empty. Bet you we got 1.5 inches of rain at least. So, I'm really happy. You can see everything is just soaked. We've got puddles everywhere. And it wasn't just in like a 20-minute period. About 1 o'clock I got woken up and it was pouring rain, and it was just a small cell of rain, but it poured, and then we got more later, and then we got more after that, and the last batch must have lasted for an hour or longer. So life is good. Hopefully that grass out in the pasture will start to grow now. I'm heading out to milk. I will see you guys in a little bit. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I wanted to show you guys quickly. So the way Prudence is standing right now is perfect for milking. You see the bucket, her near leg is back, so that I can put the bucket right underneath there and milk really easily. I shortened up this rope here that I tied her on with. I don't know if you guys can see, there's just like a door handle that I've tied her onto. I shortened it up because she had too much slack. So a lot of times if she would finish eating before I would finish milking, she had enough slack where she could get her head all the way over here, which just made trying to finish milking a pain in the butt. So I shortened that up, and then I've also been working with her a little bit when I'm not done milking and she's done eating. A lot of times she'll just take a half step back, so this near leg will be forward. Like right now it's okay, but sometimes she'll step back even further. So I'll just put my hand right here and kind of give her a gentle push. She takes that half step back forward, and then she knows where I want her. So I'm working on her. I'm gonna let her go so she can get out of the flies. Hey guys, so we just got home from taking Homestead Boy 1 to swim practice, and in the half an hour that we were gone, our power went out. It actually flipped off this morning, but came right back on. The storms that came through with all the rain last night apparently knocked out, I don't know, like 15,000 people's power in the area, in Metro Detroit area. We're kind of out a ways from Detroit, but we don't have power now. The app that I have that says, it says we'll be getting power back at like 11:30 tonight. It's kind of toasty right now. The house is already warming up. So if we don't get power back, what I'm going to say is by the time that our oldest gets back from swim practice, I'll probably hook up the generator. If it's going to just be out for half an hour, it's almost not worth running the generator out. So we'll see. I may have to run out the generator and see what's going on. Such is life. So I know some of you follow Daniel Arms at Arms Family Homestead. And he did a video today, so it would have been yesterday, that talked about his happy place. I think Straw Family Farm or somebody had posted on there kind of challenging him to talk about his happy places and then his not so happy places. And his answer is very similar to what mine would be. His family was, or his family was his answer pretty much, like where his kids are and where his wife is. And that for me is that's where my happy places are. When I'm with my wife or with my kids, that's when I'm at my happy place. When I'm playing catch or playing ball or coaching or getting to go out to dinner with my wife, that's my happy place. Not necessarily a place, although I love our homestead. We are very blessed with all the things here. This is just a place. These are just things. My wife and kids are, what's important. And to that end, it's kind of funny. He talked about how his hoop house is one of his happy places, but how it can become one of his unhappy places if it's taking time away from his family. And that's one of the things. So the garden down there, I don't know if you guys remember when I did that spoof on, actually when Savannah Dad, that video, but it reminded me of my garden. Anyway, it's overgrown. There's nothing I can do about that. I knew that with Homestead Girl 3 being born this winter, late winter, early spring, that there wasn't going to be a whole lot I could do down there because I just wouldn't have time. That's why I built the raised beds, because I knew I'd be able to get up here and spend 5 or 10 minutes, and if the window was open I could hear her and stuff like that. And maybe next year, or whatever, I can get down there. But being able to spend time with family is the most important, not necessarily these things or doing these things. So that's my happy place. It's my family. See, there's blue skies, white puffy clouds, and they come over this way, that thunder, and it's raining actually on me right now, a little bit. Looks like we're gonna get a little bit of rain from over here. Some really powerful storms have popped up over this afternoon. They're talking about quarter-size hail. I'd really rather not get lightning struck. And this is the same kind of storm. It's just popping up really fast. Actually, south of us, by not very much, there's yellow and red on the radar. Here, bright sunny sky. I'm heading out to milk. I wanted to kind of expound a little bit more on what I was talking about earlier with the happy places. And I know with a young family that there's things that I'm not going to be able to do. Like, I'm not going to be able to spend as much time on the garden or do different projects because I can't just go outside and know that the kids are going to be good inside because I've got a baby in there. And Daniel kind of talked about that on his channel, about how he's in a different stage of life because his kids are getting a little bit older. His oldest is, I think, going to be going into high school next year. I think he's just a year older than our oldest. Homestead Boy 1's going into 8th grade. He's almost a teenager. But then our youngest is 4 months old. Their youngest is 3. And it makes all the difference in the world that, if you've got a 2 or 3 year old, they can come out with you. They're can be relatively healthy or helpful, but when you've got a under 2 year old, it kind of limits the things you can do at certain times. But that's just the way it is. So that's how it is on the homestead. And he kind of talked about choosing this lifestyle and knowing what it's going to be. And people definitely need to know that. If you're planning on moving out to a piece of property but you have small kids, unless you're planning on throwing them in a sack and covering them from the sun, like a backpack thing, there's going to be things that you have to wait on doing, or unless both of you are able to be at home from the very beginning. With my wife being at work, that's the way it is, and I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that, but that's something that people need to think about before they start something like this. So I'm gonna go milk a cow. It looks like it's pushing this way a little bit. I wouldn't mind the rain for sure. I just don't need to get struck by lightning. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.